First, here's something Arlene's going to have something to say about. New research reveals that babies are born to dance. A study has shown that infants from 5 months up to 2 years are pre-programmed to move rhythmically to music. So, any surprises there, or were you born with your dancing shoes?
I was totally born in the mood for dancing.
See what you did there?
Throw that in. I've been waiting all day. Well, it's funny because they say from 5 months, but I think from when babies are born almost, they never stop moving, do they? And especially if they hear music or you sing them little songs and everything. So, yeah, I think I've always loved dancing, and I suppose growing up in a musical family, it was something that just happens to be there, and it's with all of us, luckily. The one thing and my kids are the same, you know, the boys are great dancers, and Kira goes to dancing and loves it. And the one thing I find absolutely fascinating is watching somebody who can dance perfectly out of time. Because it's a real skill. I mean, I don't know whether you've ever tried it. Well, some of you probably do it. But I mean, even at home, sometimes I think, I'll watch someone and I'll think, I'll try and do that. And it's really bordering on impossible.
Well,
and the one thing I cannot bear...
playing that, it's that sort of similar thing.
Yeah, the one thing I cannot bear is, and it used to happen a lot when I was younger, like if I was at the club, and I'd be chatting to this guy thinking, God, I really fancy him. And he'd get up and dance and couldn't dance, I would be so gone out the door, because I find it a really massive turn. I don't expect him to get up and be John Travolta, but just to be able to move slightly in time. But if he gets up and he...
You're a very fast dancer, because what a lot of people don't realise is that there's only actually 2 Nolans. They just move around.
Giving our secret away now.
But you've just said I didn't expect them to be John Travolta. I actually did marry my first husband because he was playing the role of a John Travolta part in an Arlene Phillips choreographed thing, which I'll talk to her about later. But no, I'm the same as you. I think that I've got basically natural rhythm. My friends might beg to differ, but and I still do my same that I've done since the 1970s. But at least I do it in tune. But I'm exactly the same as you. I couldn't go out with somebody or particularly be married to someone who had no rhythm, because, you know, it's just that thing when people do that sort of like that kind of dad dancing, and the other thing that they like to do is they do a spin, but they never quite end up at the same place where they were in the first place. And some really hunky guys, and you get them on the dance floor and they're just rubbish, and I can't get why they don't hear the beat.
Or like Steve only has one thing where he goes like,
catch you later.
Song, yeah, wink at the point.
He's in time.
That's one.
Can you imagine how bad it must have been, though? Not quite my day, but kind of the beginning of my life when I was born, people were doing ballroom dancing, actually, you know, where you had to dance properly with somebody if you were a young man to go, and you didn't have rhythm. I mean, that must have been terrible, but I actually think it's got to do as much with having rhythm as your feelings about yourself physically. You know, some people just are not in tune with themselves physically. It's like people that don't have massage, or people that can't just loosen up a bit. Do you know what I mean?
People who can't dance trying to jive with you when you're out as well. Do you know what I mean? When you can't do the jive, you haven't learnt it, and they've got no rhythm, and you're going... like that.
But you can dance. We saw you on Strictly.
Well, when I was on Strictly, no, but what I hated about Strictly was that I didn't get another couple of weeks to get over my nerves, because I could learn the steps, and I do have rhythm.
Yeah.
But actually, I got completely logged with it, you know.
You're on West Side Story, which is one of the biggest dance musicals ever.
I want to be in America!
I don't know how you were in it, clearly.
Obviously a good dancer because she can't sing.
Okay, it's time for today's second